Pittsburgh Steelers are bringing back a familiar face at quarterback. They have changed route. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers is still in place, but Mason Rudolph comes back to the Pittsburgh Steelers, a move that I think moved quickly, because 2 days ago we talked about Mason Rudolph potentially returning to Pittsburgh and them reaching out with interest for the former third-round pick. Well, now they sign him to a 2-year deal, according to NFL Network's Mike Garofalo. I mean, it's a good move. At the end of the day, it's a good move. It's a reliable backup quarterback who has starting potential, if like that's the worst case scenario for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're still obviously in on Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers isn't giving them an answer. So the longer this thing drags out, they can't just sit there and drag their feet and say, well, we can't do anything at all if we just don't have a quarterback. Now, I was somebody and am somebody that says there's no better option than Aaron Rodgers out there, so you remain heavy on Aaron Rodgers, but this is a good backup plan. This is a move that I think definitely raises the bar for the Steelers a little bit in terms of quarterback competition. If that's the worst case scenario for them, sets them up for options like bringing in somebody through the NFL draft to compete with Mason Rudolph now, or have a bridge quarterback. I mean, there could be worse quarterbacks out there, and there were a lot of people last year that were pounding the table to bring back Mason Rudolph. Well, Mason Rudolph's back. Took him a year, took him some time in Tennessee and a new team for a year, and to work behind Will Levis and to learn while struggling through the worst organization in football. But he comes back to the Pittsburgh Steelers on a 2-year deal, and I think it works out very, very well for the Steelers. I think this is a situation that right now took a minor step forward, but a significant step forward because of how crucial it was to have somebody besides Skylar Thompson on the roster. Again, Mason Rudolph might not be the starter for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I sure hope they did not make any big astronomical promises to him this time like they have in the past. But it's a decent move, and it's one that sets the Pittsburgh Steelers up with a quarterback if Aaron Rodgers comes back in a week and says, I'm not going to the Pittsburgh Steelers, I'm not even coming back to football, I'm going to the Giants, I'm retiring, whatever it is. They now have Plan B. I'm not too upset with Plan B. I think it's a pretty good option for where they stand right now.